What is a key component of the GDPR's transparency principle? A. Making data available to third-party processors. B. Providing data subjects with clear and concise information about processing activities. C. Establishing technical safeguards for data storage. D. Offering opt-out mechanisms for all processing activities. Correct answer: B. Providing data subjects with clear and concise information about processing activities. Which of the following is a primary function of a privacy notice under the GDPR? A. To provide information about the organization's data processing activities to the supervisory authority. B. To inform data subjects of their rights and how the data is being processed. C. To collect explicit consent from data subjects. D. To offer data subjects a means of opting out of processing. Correct answer: B. To inform data subjects of their rights and how the data is being processed. How do layered notices help organizations comply with the transparency principle? A. By simplifying the information provided to supervisory authorities. B. By dividing information into different levels, making it accessible and concise. C. By focusing on data transfer mechanisms. D. By providing only the most critical information. Correct answer: B. By dividing information into different levels, making it accessible and concise. Which of the following is not required in a privacy notice under the GDPR? A. The identity and contact information of the data controller. B. The rights of data subjects to rectify and erase their data. C. A detailed explanation of the organization's internal data processing mechanisms. D. The legal basis for processing the data. Correct answer: C. A detailed explanation of the organization's internal data processing mechanisms. The right of access under the GDPR allows individuals to A. Delete their personal data from an organization's records. B. Obtain information about how the data is being processed. C. Prevent the processing of their personal data. D. Opt out of automated decision-making. Correct answer: B. Obtain information about how the data is being processed. Which document provides guidance on the right of access under the GDPR? A. Guidelines 01/2022 on Data Subject Rights Right of Access. B. Guidelines 5/2019 on the criteria of the right to be forgotten in search engines cases under the GDPR. C. Guideline 10/2020 on restrictions under Article 23 GDPR. D. Guidelines on data processing principles. Correct answer: A. Guidelines 01/2022 on Data Subject Rights Right of Access. The right of rectification under the GDPR allows data subjects to A. Access their personal data. B. Challenge automated decision-making. C. Correct inaccuracies in their personal data. D. Prevent the transfer of the data outside the EU. Correct answer: C. Correct inaccuracies in their personal data. Which of the following is not a condition under which a data subject can request the erasure of the data? A. The data subject withdraws consent. B. The data is no longer necessary for the purposes for which it was collected. C. The data is being processed by a third-party processor. D. The processing is unlawful. Correct answer: C. The data is being processed by a third-party processor. The right to be forgotten under the GDPR is particularly relevant in which context? A. Search engines. B. Data transfers. C. Direct marketing. D. Health data processing. Correct answer: A. Search engines. Guidelines 5/2019 on the right to be forgotten provide guidance for A. Balancing the right to erasure with freedom of expression. B. Determining data retention periods. C. The legal basis for processing health data. D. Managing data breaches. Correct answer: A. Balancing the right to erasure with freedom of expression. The right to restrict processing can be invoked when A. The accuracy of the data is contested. B. The data subject withdraws consent. C. The processing is for marketing purposes. D. The data is being transferred outside the EU. Correct answer: A. The accuracy of the data is contested. Data subjects can object to processing based on legitimate interests. A. At any time. B. Only if they provide a valid reason. C. Only if they withdraw consent. D. If the processing poses a significant risk to their rights. Correct answer: A. At any time. The right of withdrawal allows data subjects to A. Opt out of any data processing activity. B. Withdraw consent at any time. C. Restrict processing to specific purposes. D. Challenge decisions made through automated processing. Correct answer: B. Withdraw consent at any time. How does the GDPR protect against automated decision-making? A. By prohibiting it entirely. B. By allowing data subjects to opt out of it in all cases. C. By granting data subjects the right to request human review. D. by requiring explicit consent for all automated decisions. Correct answer, C. By granting data subjects the right to request human review. The right to data portability enables individuals to A. Request the deletion of the data from all records. B. Access the personal data in a structured format. C. Transfer the data between controllers in a usable format. D. Prevent the data from being transferred outside the EU. Correct answer, C. Transfer the data between controllers in a usable format. Article 23 of the GDPR allows for restrictions on data subjects' rights in specific circumstances, including A. Marketing purposes. B. Public safety and national security. C. Third-party processing. D. International data transfers. Correct answer, B. Public safety and national security. Guideline 10/2020 on restrictions under Article 23 GDPR emphasizes A. The need for proportionality and safeguarding fundamental rights. B. The requirement for data subjects' explicit consent. C. The importance of informing supervisory authorities. D. The use of pseudonymization in sensitive data processing. Correct answer, A. The need for proportionality and safeguarding fundamental rights. The right to be forgotten can be denied in cases where A. The data subject withdraws consent. B. The processing is necessary for compliance with a legal obligation. C. The data is inaccurate. D. The processing lacks a valid legal basis. Correct answer, B. The processing is necessary for compliance with a legal obligation. The right to restrict processing is particularly useful in scenarios involving A. Consent-based processing. B. Public interest processing. C. Disputes over data accuracy. D. Automated decision-making. Correct answer, C. Disputes over data accuracy. Data portability is beneficial for A. Enabling data subjects to choose between different service providers. B. Restricting data processing activities. C. Ensuring that data subjects can access the data in a physical format. D. Preventing data transfers to third-party countries. Correct answer, A. Enabling data subjects to choose between different service providers. The GDPR's transparency principle requires organizations to A. Obtain explicit consent for all data processing activities. B. Provide clear information to data subjects about processing activities. C. Allow data subjects to opt out of processing at any time. D. Store personal data securely. Correct answer, B. Provide clear information to data subjects about processing activities. Which of the following is not covered by data subjects' right to access? A. The purposes of processing. B. The categories of personal data being processed. C. The methods used to store and secure data. D. The recipients of the data. Correct answer, C. The methods used to store and secure data. The GDPR emphasizes that consent must be A. Renewed annually. B. Easy to withdraw. C. Given explicitly in writing. D. Only used for specific processing activities. Correct answer, B. Easy to withdraw. The right of rectification ensures A. That inaccurate data can be corrected. B. That data subjects can request erasure of the data. C. That data processing activities are lawful. D. That data subjects can access the data. Correct answer, A. That inaccurate data can be corrected. How does the right to object differ from the right to restrict processing? A. The right to object applies to specific purposes, while the right to restrict can apply more broadly. B. The right to restrict is permanent, while the right to object is temporary. C. The right to object can be used in all processing scenarios, while the right to restrict is limited to specific contexts. D. The right to restrict applies to legitimate interests only. Correct answer, A. The right to object applies to specific purposes, while the right to restrict can apply more broadly. How do layered notices improve transparency? A. By dividing information into manageable levels, making it accessible. B. By providing detailed explanations for each processing activity. C. By offering data subjects opt-out mechanisms at each layer. D. By focusing on data retention policies. Correct answer, A. By dividing information into manageable levels, making it accessible. The right to restrict processing can be particularly relevant for A. Direct marketing. B. Public interest processing. C. Processing based on legitimate interests. D. Household activities. Correct answer, C. Processing based on legitimate interests. Which of the following statements about consent under the GDPR is correct? A. Consent can be given implicitly through the provision of data. B. Consent must be specific to each processing activity. C. Consent is valid indefinitely unless withdrawn. D. Consent is always required for lawful processing. Correct answer, B. Consent must be specific to each processing activity. The GDPR's transparency principle aims to A. Ensure that data subjects have control over their personal data. B. Allow data subjects to access and correct the data. C. Provide clear and concise information about processing activities. D. Prevent unlawful data transfers. Correct answer, C. Provide clear and concise information about processing activities.